Ah, let's take a light, right? Before we start it. Lighter, sorry, not light. Fuck, there's no lighter. I lost my lighter a while ago. I was cleaning the house and it just threw it away somewhere. So let's smoke me. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna talk about today. It's about a book that I rated. So I want to talk about it because the book is give me a lot of thoughts, and it's a really good book. It's called Norwegian Wood, and I hope my reviews about the book might reach the right people so we can talk about it, because I love books and I love reading them. Since I know myself, I love reading books and writing about them. According to my boyfriend, he said you should talk on the video like this about your reviews about the books that you read it. So let me start it. So I have this type of book, so I read it here. So I'm not gonna read it all of it, but I'm gonna talk about it at the same time. But think like it's my notes. So after I read the book, like after I done, I closed the page yesterday, right? And I felt so sad and love and a lot of things with that, right? And I felt really empty in it. So it was like all of the time in the book, what can love do? And what can emotions capable of? That's what I see. It was really like hard and passionate. Everything was with passionate, and everything: sadness, loneliness, depression, like suicides, sexual intimacy. Everything was so passionate for me in the book. And love. So love is the only emotion that I know while I'm living with my life. I'm not talking about the book. So it was the kind of same thing. Like everything comes from the love in the book, even the kill, like even the suicide, because they love living. They tired of this reality. And I like how love have the all power to destroy you and make you the happiest person, or make you so I don't know that word in English, but it's like a good communication way. It's like a yeah, I forget it anyway. Fuck it, I forget it what I'm gonna say. So it was like one of the biggest part of me, the book. It was the time that okay, so PS, the characters' name are Japanese, right? So I'm gonna read the names like how I see. I don't know, so don't judge me, guys, because I want to say the like a character of the book. I think it's called Watanbe, something like that. So I have no idea how to pronounce that name. So I want to say to him, Guy, right? Yeah, I'm gonna say to him, Guy, because I have no idea. Because the other ones, it's easy to read. For example, Reiko, Naoko, but it's still, I might pronounce it really weird. So sorry for that. But the last part of the book, it's really like, it was really good example to grieve, to sacrifice love, to like say goodbye and everything. So because in the last part, all you guys remember, like the guy and Reiko had love, right? But that love was so pure, and that sexual intimacy was so pure. It was like the saying goodbye to the past and open a new page, because he never said goodbye to Nako, right? Because she killed him. She killed herself, and yeah, it was like I have like a lot of opinion, but I'm really bad at explaining them sometimes. But yeah, like it was like a really good example to leave the past behind, because past is the burden on your shoulders. And I like how he thinks about death, or how the author described death, because it's like when she died, and when I think the guy name was Kuzuki, right? Kuzuki. So so when he died, it was, he didn't feel that much thing, right? Like Noko. But when Noko died, he get the same emotions like when Noko felt when Kuzuki died, right? I'm guessing, because they had that weird connection between them. It wasn't love for me, for my guess. It wasn't love. It was something that coming from the past, but it was like the sadness of their life, the emptiness of their life, felt like love, but it wasn't love. It was like commitment to each other, because of the past, of the burdens. They were carrying their burdens together. But Noko doesn't want to do that anymore. And I like the part of the death, because how he described death, it was like asking questions about this reality and how death it should be, because when you die, you not actually die. Nothing can ever dies, right? You can just leave this reality with this physical body, but nothing can actually die. And the book has a lot of like a sexual intimacy, right? And I like all of the part, because for example, the guy Nagasawa, I can call him probably his best friend. And I think Nagasawa was a really interesting character in the book, because like it was also like he has a lot of sexual intimacy with a lot of girls. And also, I don't remember. I have like a bad memory with remembering things, so that's why I write it. But I don't remember if they had made love with Hatsumi, with Nagasawa. But yeah, like so he was like really good example of two type of persons, right? So the guy, I'm saying the guy, and Nagasawa, they were really best friends, right? So Nagasawa was a really good example, like nothing is never enough, and he's just like this part of this humanity, so cruel, and how emotions make you feel more lonely and vulnerable. He don't like to accept that. He was just like he was thinking, the guy, get me, the guy was thinking Nagasawa was like so care about the truth. He was talking about the truth all the time. But in my opinion, what I see, he has a lot of ego to break down. Like he can't break it. And it was teaching us a lot of things, like emotions, vulnerability, and ego, how it fights. And if you're gonna ask me, maybe he was speaking the truth for himself, but I think he's talking lie to himself a lot. So he's not a truthful person. He's just not grown enough to handle the emotions. So I never thought, like, everyone died from the suicide, even his girlfriend Hatsumi. Like so like I don't believe he's gonna kill himself if there was a second book. If they have it, I didn't search it, so I'm just looking about the book. So like I don't think he's gonna kill himself because he has this big huge ego. And maybe one day if he breaks this ego, he might kill himself also. And I think if I know correctly, in Japan, like a lot of people dying with hanging themselves. It was this like a huge wood was there, right? Like a suicide wood or something like that. So anyway, and it was for me it was a really good thing to see this reality in a different way because like for example, emotions make you weak in this reality, right? So if you're gonna be too emotional and love life, you're gonna see how weak you are in this reality. But it doesn't mean you're weak, it means you are so strong. Because I think suicide is the equal to love, because you love living, you love emotions, you love the truth, you care about the truth. And when you don't have it, your body and your mind getting weak. That's why you feel relaxed. Because like for example, Nako, when before she dies, she, according to Reiko, she was feeling so calm and so happy, and she cried, but it wasn't grief, it was relieving, because she know she's gonna be free with the emotion and she doesn't have to live with that burden in her shoulders. And for me, like in this reality, I care about the truth, but I also felt like Nako sometimes. Because in this reality, if you care about the truth enough, you're gonna be more alone and you're gonna be living by yourself. You must be an outsider, because that's the only thing in this reality. Nothing happened, because in this reality there is no where to get emotional and the truth, because people don't care about it enough. And whenever I see someone, they speak about the truth or emotions, you can actually see they don't really care. They just like saying it because it's important to say it's make you a good person. But according to who are you a good person anyway? And yeah, I read this part. So my favorite character in the whole book, it's Midori. The guy's the second love, I'm gonna say like that. So like I am so relating with her a lot. Like a lot. She is me. Like I swear to God. She is I went for when I met her in the book, I said, okay, this girl is completely me. Because like in certain ways, I'm gonna talk about the character. It's like she's very honest, she's very open, and she has a like a some certain way to the pain and suffering and depression. Like she's sarcastic, right? So like I never thought she's gonna kill herself, and she can make a joke about it, you know, but she's actually most like I don't want to say more stronger than that, but because I think suicide, it doesn't make you weak also. But I don't know how to say it in English. But yeah, like she doesn't care about life that much. She love life, but also she hate life. And if you remember, guys, like she has a one boyfriend who judged her a lot. So in my past, it was the same thing for me. I was too open and too like talkative, and in my past I had the same type of relationship. Not right now, but in my past, right? So like I really liked her, Midori, because it is really like affected me how she looks like, you know, like even the one part, I loved that part so much, but it was also sad, like when she's dad died, she took a picture of his dad and took a picture of her dad. Sorry, I have problem with pronunciation sometimes. Anyway, um, and she like get naked and show her dad through his body part and shit like that. You know, like it's sad. It's something to make her more close with her dad, but I'm not talking about sexually. You know, like it's like a more like a love, because she don't know how to show love, because she was so obsessed about porn and stuff, right, in the whole book. So she's just like very curious person and very excited about life and living and love. And I like that part when she's with the guy, Watambe. I have no idea how to pronounce his name, and I hope I'm right. Anyway, like when they were together, she doesn't have to hide the personality at all, and that was the one of the goodest part of the book for me, because you know, like I believe if the author was talking about her more, she's a really interesting character, because she had that relationship, right? So she left the guy because of the guy, because of this Watambe. And so she was so calm and so energetic, so was like her. She didn't have to change at all. But sometimes I believe she was testing him. Like for example, if I'm drinking coffee with my normal, like normally, right, I'm drinking 5 cups of coffee in a day, and suddenly I'm trying to understand, is this the right person for me? So suddenly I'm drinking 10 coffee with that person because I want to see what they're going to react, and everything was normal to him. So she's a really interesting character, and it never bothered him. So that's why she fell in love. And I believe the guy can be more honest with her, because I believe she might understand everything that he says. You know, like yeah. But although I love the book, I think everything that I'm gonna say about it, but it's just, it was so good, like so emotional. Everything was so soft. Sexual intimacy, love, depression, sadness. Everything was with passion. Even the suicide was so passionate. And I felt every person in the book, I felt like them. Yeah, I felt like them. I empathized with them. I was them for a while. But I think most related character that I found for myself, it's Midori. But also I like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. But I swear she is one of the best character for me. For me, Naoko, the type of persons that who wants to drag with you because they don't want to be alone in this. So that's toxic and bad, if you're gonna ask me, because she was doing the same thing to everybody. Okay, she was lovely and kind and shit like that, but she's so hard to see your future with that person. Does it make sense? Because she just like wants to drag you with you, because you can easily drag with them in their path, because I did the same mistake one time. Yeah, anyway, this was all about it. This is me after Norwegian food. Thank you so much for listening. If someone read this book, I would love to hear what do you think. What was your opinion after the book, and what do you think about what I'm thinking? And see you next time.